Okay. So we'll be discussing the determinant to find the area of a triangle. This is different than the regular method. Usually we do find base into height into half for finding the area of a triangle. We will be doing the determinant to find the area of a triangle. And imagine that they gave a Cartesian plane and you do have 3 points on that. Like imagine the points are like x1, y1, like over here, and here like x2, y2, and here x3, y3. So this is x-axis, y-axis, x coordinate and y coordinate. So 3 points given in the Cartesian plane. If you join these three, you'll be getting a triangle. So we are going to find this area of the triangle using the determinant. For finding the determinant, we do have a formula that del is equal to half followed by determinant x1, x2, x3. You have to write the x coordinates vertically, y1, y2, y3. So this is second column. X is in the first column, y is in the second column. And then the third column will be only of constants 1, 1, 1. Okay. So with help of this determinant, we're gonna determine the area of a triangle. For example, imagine like you're having determinants like I'm assuming x1, y1 as 0, 0, and point B as 3, 1, which is x2, y2, and point C x3, y3 is 2, 4. So now we have to substitute in the determinant formula. So it is half into x1, x2, x3. So x1 is 0, x2 is 3, and x3 is 2. And what about y1, y2, y3? It's 0, 1, 4. So and then you will write 0, 1, 4 in the second column. At last you just have to write the 1 as it is. So now we have to expand. Now we have to use expansion technique for solving the determinant. So how we solve? First you will be writing the A11, which is 0, and then you will be cutting its corresponding row and corresponding column. You will be writing its minor. It's 1, 1, 4, 1. So you will be multiplying the 0 and its minor. You don't have to solve the minor, because if you multiply anything by 0, you'll be getting the result as 0 only. So you don't have to solve this part. Okay, just leave it like that. And then you'll be writing A12. What is A12? 0. So remember this sign. You have to start with plus and then minus and then plus. Again, like you have minus and you have plus, you have minus, like alternative signs. It starts with plus, it goes like plus minus plus minus plus minus, like that. So again you will have plus and minus and you have plus. So you don't have to worry about the sign of these two rows, since we are expanding it through the row 1. We are going to expand it through only row 1. So this is the row 1. This is the row 1. So just focus on the corresponding sign of the row 1 alone. I'll write the general form of the expansion of the row 1. Expansion of the row 1 technique is, first you have to write A11 and then you have to write its minor and then minus A12, because for the A12 it is minus. A11 means the value which is present in the first row, first column. A11 is 0, right? So that is why I have written 0 over here, and followed by its minor. And for finding its minor, you have to cut its corresponding row and corresponding column. And then you have to write A12. A12 is the element which is present in the first row and second column. First row, second column, right? So 0 is present in the first row, second column, and then you have to write its minor. So that is the general form. And then you have to write A13 and then its minor. So A13 is 1, and I'll write its minor of the A12, and this is A12. For finding its minor, you have to cut its corresponding row and corresponding column. We have left with 3, 1, 2, 1. Just write it without changing its order. But here also you are multiplying this minor by 0 only. So you'll be obtaining the result as 0. So you don't have to solve this, but you have to give the steps. You'll be getting marks for the steps. So you need to write the steps. Okay. So now it is A13. A13 is 1. And again, for finding its minor, cut its corresponding row and corresponding column. So we are left with 3, 1, 2, 4. So that will be in the minor. 3, 1, 2, 4. So you have half into 0 times of its minor and minus 0 times of its minor plus 1 into 3, 1, 2, 4. I'm doing this simplification over here. I'm going to assume this entire part as 0, this part as 0, and I'm left with only 1, 3, 1, 2, 4. So it will be 1 by 2, 3, 4, so 12, and then you have to multiply this 2, 1, 1. So when you put the arrow mark upward, when your arrow mark is toward this side, you have to put minus sign before. So 2 into 1 gives you 2. So it's half into 12 minus 2, which is half into 10. So if you simplify this, you'll be getting the result as 5. So 5 square units is the area of a triangle. So this question, find the area of the triangle whose vertices are 3, 8, minus 4, 2 and 5, 1. So I will be assuming 3, 8 as x1, y1 and minus 4 and 2 as x2, y2 and 5 and 1 as x3, y3. So I just have to substitute in the determinant formula to find the area of the triangle. So it's half into x1, x2, y1, y2, y3, 1, 1, 1. So it's half into determinant 3 and you have minus 4 and 5. It's 8, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. So this also I'm going to expand it through row 1. I'm going to use the expansion technique again. So while expanding, you will assume this as A11, A12, A13. So A11 followed by its minor and then minus sign, A12 and its minor plus A13 and then its corresponding minor. Write the half. So A11 is 3 and its minor is, you have to cut its corresponding row and corresponding column. You will be getting 2, 1, 1. And then you have to write minus A12. So A12 is 8. You have to put the minus sign. And then its corresponding minor, cut its row and column, minus 4, 1, 5, 1. We have to write it without changing its order. So A13, the element which is present in the first row, third column, that is 1. Write 1 and write its corresponding minor, which is minus 4, 2, 5, 1. So now I'm gonna expand this. So it's 1 by 2, 3. So I'll multiply this and this, this and this. 2 times of 1 is 2. And whenever you have the arrow mark towards upward, you will put the minus sign. 1 into 1 is 1 and minus 8. Minus 4 into 1 is minus 4. And 5 into 1 is minus 5 plus 1. Minus 4 into 1 is minus 4. And 5 into 2 is minus 10. So it's going to be, I'm doing it here. So it's 3. 2 minus 1 is 1. And minus 8. And minus 4, minus 5. Whenever we have same symbol, we just have to add and put its corresponding sign. And plus 1. And minus 4 and minus 10. So that will give you minus 14. So it's 1 by 2. 3 into 1 gives you 3. Minus 8 into 9 gives you plus 72. And minus 14. So this will give you 61 by 2. So 61 by 2 is the result. 61 by 2 square unit is the result. So the next method, solving of system of equations using matrix method. So here we do have 3 equations. We have to write these equations in matrix notation. First I'm going to write this equation in terms of matrix. Let me assume it as matrix A. The first column of the matrix will be of the coefficients of x, of all the 3. 1, 2, 3. So the coefficients of the x will be your column 1. Coefficients of the y will be in the column 2. It's 2, minus 1 and minus 5. And then column 3. Column 3 contains coefficients of z. And you have 1 here and you have minus 1 here. And over here you don't have any z. So you have to assume that as 0. In case of no variable, you just have to put it as 0. So we wrote the equation in terms of matrix. And you have to write capital X as 1 cross 3 matrix, which contains 3 variables, x, y, z. You have to write it vertically, like column format. So that is x, y, z. So with help of this matrix method, we are going to find the value of x, y, z. Okay. And then the constant terms, these terms are going to be the matrix B. It is also in the form of 1 cross 3 matrix. It's 2, 1, 5. Okay. So first thing is you have to write it in matrix notation. For determining the value of x, y, z, First we have to write Ax equal to B. Now I'm going to multiply both the side by A inverse. If I do that, this will become A inverse into Ax equal to B into A inverse. And we do have an identity, that is A inverse into A is equal to I. Means identity matrix. Inverse matrix of A multiplied by the matrix A will results you identity matrix. So I will be writing this as identity matrix and followed by X and write B A inverse. I'm just writing the B A inverse as A inverse B and I into X. If you multiply identity matrix with any other matrix, you will be getting the same matrix again as the result. So multiplication of I and X will give you X only. So X is equal to A inverse of B. So we are going to follow this strategy. So we are going to find A inverse of this matrix and then we are going to multiply the matrix B with that for finding the value of X. I think you are aware of this formula. A inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of A. So first we have to find A inverse. Just a second. So this X equal to A inverse B is step 2. So finding the A inverse. For finding the determinant of A, we will be expanding it through the row. It's 1, 2, 1, 2 minus 1 minus 1, 3 minus 5, 0. So we'll be writing the A11 first and we'll be writing its corresponding minor. So that is minus 1 minus 1 minus 5, 0. And you'll be writing minus A12, A12 is 2 and you'll be writing its corresponding minor, which is 2 minus 1, 3 and 0. Here you have 2, right? And then plus A13. So now we have to simplify. Can you simplify the minors and tell me the answers? What about
Yes.
what is minus 1, 0, minus 5, minus 1? What you'll be getting?
Ma'am, we get -5, right?
You get minus 5. So minus 5 into minus 1 will give you plus 5. Due to this arrow mark, you will include minus sign because of the upward arrow mark, right? And what about this? Minus 2 times
It's -3.
it's minus 3. See, you have an upward arrow mark. 3 into minus 1 will give you minus 3 and you will be including the another minus also. So that will become positive 3. Minus 1 into 3 will give you minus 3. And for the upward arrow mark, you have to include another minus sign with that, which is plus 3. Are you getting it?
Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. And then plus 1 into 2 minus 5 and 3 minus 5. So we'll be getting minus 10. And 3 into minus 1 will give you plus 3. So I'm just simplifying it over here. So it's minus 5 minus 6 plus 1 into minus 7. Minus 5 minus 6 minus 7. Minus 11 minus 7 minus 18. So determinant of A is minus 18. So now we have to find adjoint of A. Please note it down, I'll just erase it.
And then
Okay. I'll do the adjoint of A over here. So about adjoint of A. So for finding the adjoint of A, I think you remember the procedure. The step 1 is to find the minor and then you have to find the cofactor, right? So we'll find the minor. So M11 is minus 1 minus 1 minus 5 0. So you'll be getting minus 5 as the result for M11. Do it parallelly, read all. And what is for M12? So this is in the position of first row, second column. So after neglecting this, you will be left with 2 minus 1, 3, 0. So that will give you the result as 0 and minus of minus 3 will give you plus 3. So M12 is plus 3 and then M13. Cut its row and column. You will be getting 2 minus 1, 3 minus 5. So that will be minus 10 and plus 3. So which is minus 7. Can you tell me what is M21 and M22?
yes, for 1 minute. M21 is positive 3.
M21 is positive 3. This is after. So it's 2, 1, minus 5, 0. How do you get positive 3? It's 2, 1, minus 5, 0. So it will be 0 and plus 5. We'll be getting plus 5, right, Rada? See, M21 means you have to see this. See, this is 2 means the first one is row position, second row, and then this one is column position, first column. So this is second row, this is first column. So this element lies between that. The element 2 is lying between first row and second column. Understood?
Oh, okay, yes, yeah.
And for M22, minus 1 is present in the second row and second column. So after that you are left with 1, 1, 3, 0. So that you have to write. 1130. So that will be minus 3. Understood?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Fine. Fine. What is M23 now?
Is it minus 11?
So this is M23. We'll be cutting its corresponding row and corresponding column. So it's 1 into 5 and 3 into 2 minus 6. Minus 5 and minus 6. Yes, you will be getting minus 11. Good. And M31. Find what is M31, M32 and M33. What is M300?
Minus 1.
Minus 1. So this is in the position of third row, first column. So we'll be having this as minus 2, 1, minus 1, minus 1. So it's minus 2 and plus 1, which is minus 1. Yes, very good. And what is M32?
Minus 3.
It is minus 3. Very good. And M33 is?
Minus 5.
It is minus 5. It's 1, 2. 2 minus 1. 1 into minus 1 is minus 1. 2 into 2 is 4. And we'll be putting minus sign before. So it's minus 5. Yes. Series, I think is a problem. Here 0 and here we have 2, right? Yeah. Okay, so we are done with the minus. I hope you remember the shortcut for the cofactor. So when you add the position of the, in case if you add the position of the rows and columns, if your answer is in the term of even, then you will be writing the minor as the cofactor. In case if you are getting the odd number, you will be writing the answer multiplied by the minus sign, right? For example, M11, you will be adding this position. So 1 plus 1 is 2. Here you are getting even number. So when you are getting even number, the M11 and cofactors will be same. So you'll be writing the C11 as 2. Remember, in case if you are getting odd, you will be multiplying it by the minus sign. So for M12, it's 1 plus 2, it's 3, odd position. So you will be multiplying the m12 by its minus. So the answer is 3. So you'll be multiplying by the minus sign, which will give you minus 3. So that is C12. And for C13, 1 plus 3 will give you 4. 4 is an even number. So you just have to write C13, M13 as C13 itself. You just write the answer, which is minus 7. You don't have to make any changes. Are you getting it all?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
So you have to add the position. If you're getting even number, then you have to write it as it is. In case if you're getting odd, you have to multiply the answer by its minus sign. Okay. Can you tell me what is C21 now?
It's 3, so it'll be odd. So then you multiply by minus 1.
Yeah. So it is minus
So
1.
it's minus 1.
Exactly. And for C22, it's even. So you'll be writing the answer as M22, which is minus 3. And for, give me a second. And for C23, 2 plus 3 is 5, which is odd. So you will be multiplying this by minus, which will give you plus 11 as the result. And M31, 3 plus 1 will give you even number. So it's minus 1. So we'll be writing C31 as minus 1. And C32. What is C32 dear? 3 plus 2 will give you 5, which is odd. So minus 3 will turn into plus 3. And C33. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 is an even number. So you'll be writing the M33 as C33. Just write it as it is. So you'll be having minus 5. Understood?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Please note it down. I'll erase it. So for finding the adjoint of A, we found the minor and its cofactor. The last step is to write the cofactor and to perform transpose of it for finding the adjoint.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So cofactor matrix C11, C12, C13, C21, C22, C23, C31, C32, C33. So C11 is 2, C12 is minus 3, and C13 is minus 7, and C21 is minus 5, C22 is minus 3, C23 is plus 11, C31 is minus 11, C32 is 3, and C33 is minus 5. And I'm noting it down. So now I have to transpose the cofactor. Have to transpose it. So transpose is nothing but just writing the row into column. So we'll be having 2 minus 3 minus 7 as the first column, minus 5 minus 3 11, minus 1 3 minus 5. So we found the adjoint of A. So now we will substitute back in the formula for finding the A inverse. It's 1 divided by minus 18 and 2 minus 5 minus 11, minus 3 minus 3 3, and minus 7 11 minus 5. We just take the minus sign inside and change its coefficient. Change the sign of it. It become 1 by 80, minus 2 plus 5 plus 1 3, 3 minus 3, 7 minus 11, 5. So we are done with the A inverse. So now we're gonna substitute back in the X. So what is capital X? Capital X is equal to A inverse into B. So capital X is nothing but X, Y, Z. And A inverse is 1 upon 80 and minus 2, 5, 1, 3, 3 minus 3, 7 minus 11, 5. And what is B? B is the constant matrix, 2, 1, 5. So that I'll write it here. So now we're going to perform matrix multiplication between these two. Can you perform the matrix multiplication and tell me the answer?
Ma'am, for this we have to multiply 2, 1 and 5 with every column.
Yes, with every rows. This is,
Okay.
you're getting, this is 1 cross 3. Did I say 1 cross 3? I'm sorry, it is 3 cross 1, 3 row and 1 column. And this is 3 cross 3. Here also I said it is 1 cross 3, right? It is 3 cross 1. Like you have 3 rows. I'm sorry, from the beginning I'm saying it as 1 cross 3, 1 cross 3. 3 cross 1 actually. 3 rows and 1 column. And here also it's row 1, row 2 and row 3. It's 1 column. So it's 3 cross 1. So when you multiply 3 cross 3 by 3 cross 1, you will be getting the result as 3 cross 1 only. See, if you're multiplying like this, just write its dimension, write its order. Just cut the middle term and you'll be getting the answer like this, which is 3 into 1. Okay? Which means like this structure.
Yes.
So how you will do the matrix multiplication? Row 1, column 1, row 1, column 2, row 1, column 3. Row 2, column 1, row 2, column 2, row 2, column 3. Row 3, column 1, row 3, column 2, row 3, column 3. So this is how we'll perform the matrix multiplication, right? So row 1 into column 1. So this is row 1 of the first matrix and column 1 of the second matrix. So when you multiply the row 1 and column 1, it's going to be minus 2 into 2 plus 5 into 1 plus 1 into 5. So it's minus 2, 5, 1 and 2, 5, 1. So you'll be multiplying this and this, this and this, this and this. And you'll be adding these three. It's minus 2 into 2, 5 into, did I write 1? It's 2, 1, 5 here. It's 2, 1, 5. So it's 5 into 1 and 1 into 5. Are you getting it, Redal?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
All right. So now you can simplify this. So this will be minus 2 into 2 will become minus 4 plus 5 plus 5, which is 6. Yeah. So for multiplying row 1 and column 2, you don't have any column 2 in this matrix, right? So you'll be assuming it as 0, 0, 0 only for the column 2. Even if you multiply the 0 matrix with the other matrix, the matrix will become 0. So this row 1 column 2 will become 0 and row 1 column 3 also will become 0 because we don't have any column 2 and column 3 here. So you don't have to write anything. You just simply write it as 1 by 18 and R1 C1 is 6 and R1 C2 is 0, R1 C3 is also 0 only. And for R2 C1, R2 from the first matrix, C1 from the second matrix. What is R2? R2 is 3, 3 minus 3 and C1 from the second matrix is 2, 1, 5. So you have to multiply this and this, this and this, this and this. So it's 3 into 2 plus 3 into 1 plus of minus 3 into 5. 3 2s are 6 plus 3 into 1 is 3 minus 3 into 5 is 15. So it's 9 minus 15, which is minus 6. So minus 6 will come here. Understood at all?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
And row 2, column 2, row 2, column 3 will be 0 only because we don't have any column 2 and column 3 in the second matrix. And row 3, column 1. This is row 3 from the first matrix, column 1 from the second matrix. So it's 7 minus 11, 5, 2, 1, 5. Again, like you'll be multiplying this, this, this. So it's 7 into 2 minus 11 into 7 plus 5 into 5. So that is 14 minus 77 plus 25. So that will give you 29, 39, 39 minus 77. So 39 minus 77 will give you what? Minus
Minus 38.
48.
Oh.
Just a second. It's 48. Start. So minus 48 is the answer for the row 3 column 1 and row 3 column 2 is also 0 since we don't have any column 2 in the second matrix. Row 3 column 3 is also 0 since we don't have any rows column in the matrix 2.
But ma'am, won't it be minus 38? Because he's subtracting.
You're doing mistake.
Oh.
That itself. It is 38. I'm sorry. Yeah.
So ma'am, this is the answer.
So you'll be writing the answer like 1 by 18, 6 minus 38. You just ignore the zeros. So it will be 6 upon 18 minus 6 upon 18 minus 38 upon 18. So this will be x. Second term will be y. The third term will be z. And you can simplify this also. So you can simplify and write, you can write the x as 1 by 3 and y is minus 1 by 3 and z can be simplified as minus 17 by 9. So we found the xyz with help of the matrix method.
Yes, ma'am, done.
Yes, dear. I'll give you 2 questions for homework. One from the area of a triangle using the determinant, another from the matrix method for solving the linear equations. Okay. Just a second, Raul. Someone is knocking the bell. Just a second. So solve this equation using the matrix method. So these two questions for the homework.
Yes, ma'am, I wrote it.
Just a second, Raul. Someone is ringing the bell. Yeah. Bye bye. Have a nice day.